Hello, everybody. Welcome back, you guys, to another conspiracy theory short. And this is your girl, Catherine from Queen Cancer Tarot channel. A lot of you know me from there. I also have another channel if you're interested in all 12 sign readings. You can go to that channel. That is She Reads Tarot. The link for that is below. And my main channel, Queen Cancer Tarot, the link for that channel is also below. All right, but we're about to get into this business here with Trump and the Epstein files. We are going to be answering the questions today of what is the reason, okay, why Trump is lying. It's obvious that there is some sort of a cover up that is taking place. That's already obvious, and it's happening in front of the American people. Okay, but nobody is crazy here. We want to know, is Trump lying about releasing the files for two reasons? Is it one, because it was all bogus, right? And there was actually nothing in the files, right? And that he was using it as some sort of a campaign, uh, some sort of a campaign, you know, a bogus campaign trail scheme, or you know what I'm saying, or conspiracy that he wanted to put out there for his MAGA supporters, right? So we'll ask that question, see what the cards say. And then we'll also ask, is Trump lying about the Epstein, I call them ET files, okay? Epstein Trump files, because there is something there that points to him. And what is the significance, all right, of what is pointing to him? All right, so we're going to ask those two questions, and then there will be a bonus question at the end, and I will tell you what that's going to be at the end, because that is pretty spicy. So we will keep that one for the end, but let's get started with question number one. Is Trump lying about releasing files because it was bogus and nothing was in them? And I'm going to start off with yes or no. We're going to start off with a yes or no to see what the cards say first. And then I will immediately go into the tarot from a whole separate deck, okay? So let's see. Let's get these shuffled up pretty good here. So hold on. I knew one of these was going to be mixed in here. Those decks look just alike. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about Trump, please. Is Trump lying about releasing the files because it was bogus and there was nothing to it? Is Trump lying about the files because the information about what was in them was bogus and that there was nothing in the files, actually in the files, of any significance? Is Trump lying about releasing these Epstein files because it was bogus and nothing was in them? So we got no. We got no here. Five of Swords here. Okay, defeat, surrender, change. All right. Self-sacrifice, okay? Self-sabotage is what the Five of Swords implies. It also implies a lot of other things that I can't say here on YouTube. The R word being one of them. Okay, graped, and murked. Okay, are two of the words here. So I'm going to tell you. It also talks about someone not wanting to speak about something. There's some sort of aggression that took place, or there was some intimidation behind this energy. So it has nothing to do with the fact that nothing is there. So let's go ahead and look at the oracle messages here behind this. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about Trump, please. Tell us more about this energy. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us more about this energy, please. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. So we have hammer. Look at this. Coming in like a hammer. Sabotage. Y'all, that word is coming out twice. Self-sabotage and rebuild. Working on something, trying to repair something. You think of someone using a hammer in construction, trying to reconstruct something, trying to change something. Okay? Hammering down on an issue. And look, the death card here, trying to kill the situation. Look at this. This talks about this, trying to make it go away, walking away from a situation. Do you see what I'm saying? Trying to walk away. It's like showing your hands, there's something on your hands, so you immediately like pull them back and go the other direction. No, it's like, let me see what's on your hands, bro, because now you've shown me your hands and now you're going to walk away. Like, this is no. See, the people are finding out about this. The people are finding out about this. There's an energy of being vulnerable. We have children coming up here. And then we have friendship here, networking. So there's an energy of this person is trying to basically, I feel like this, like Trump is trying to form some sort of a base. He's trying to form some sort of a base. He's trying to use this as an opportunity to really walk away from something very awful to show that he can. There's an energy with spiritual growth here, expanding the soul, okay, is the energy here. This is someone who is ascending. This is also an energy of someone who is pretending, I feel, to be vulnerable. Pretending to be vulnerable, but this person is all the while collaborating with specific people to try to gather this base together, so that when accountability comes down, there is going to be no one who's powerful enough to hold him accountable. He will have the listen. We'll get into that later. I'm just going to get into the Department of Justice and the Supreme Court and all of that. We're going to get into that on a different, more in-depth reading. But this is where we are with this. Okay. So let's look at the tarot messages here. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell me about this energy surrounding Trump, please. Tell me about hammer. This is something he's trying to sabotage a situation so that he can rebuild or gain some sort of power. Gather together friends, okay, to help him not have to be accountable, so he can walk away from a situation. We have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. This talks about somebody who's trying to avoid being accountable in the public. We have the Seven of Swords, someone who's clearly lying. And look, we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. See, this is an energy of surrender, yielding. I feel like there's a fake surrender to the people. With that Seven of Swords, this is a lie. The entire time, there was a cover up that was taking place, and he was trying to avoid being accountable to the people. Okay. 10 of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who's meddling in a situation, but then there are external forces that are also putting their hand in the situation as well. So it's almost like a distraction. Do you see that? Seven of Wands in the reverse. They're pretending to yield while they are trying to sabotage, while he's lying behind your back. So the whole energy of saying, you know, he was going to produce them, he was going to release them, is because in the meantime, he was gathering, rebuilding his base. Look, we have the Hierophant. What did I tell you? There's an energy of these people were looking up to him. These people are looking up to him. The Trump is being used for a greater purpose. This has, as a matter of fact, Trump is a smaller snake. And I keep bringing this up. And every time that I do a reading about Trump, the snake is coming in here. And in this case, we have the Death card. I feel like he's trying to escape from accountability. The only one who's vulnerable in this situation, or the most vulnerable, is Trump. Because those that are around him are swirling. They are swirling around, and they are ready to take him out and down. Okay? Both. They want to take him out and down in this situation here. Underneath the deck, well. Out of all the cards to be in the reverse, we have the 10 of Pentacles, baby, and it is in the reverse. Again, this is an energy of, you know, your success is leaving you, and it's leaving you quickly. This is someone who's going to go bankrupt. This is someone who's going to be very much heavily in debt. And look at what we have behind this, the Death card. See, like I said, Trump's downfall is going to be his own self. We have the 8 of Swords. This is an energy of someone who's even imprisoned. Like I said, the chips are going to fall. And he knows this. With the Knight of Swords, the table is going to turn quickly, and he could possibly face severe charges if things don't go the way that he is planning. His whole thing is trying to get around this situation before it all comes out. The problem is that the people that are around him, that are collaborating with him, are the ones that he's vulnerable to being taken out by. Okay? So he's having to be very much awake. That is why he is pretty much kind of, you see this meltdown that's taking place right before the eyes of America. That is because his time is winding down, just like they said in the last days. It said that, you know, in Satan's last days, he's going to be so angry, he's going to try to take out as many people as he can, because he's so angry, because he knows that his time is up. That is what is going on right now with Trump. Please be aware. He wants to cause disillusionment, but then he wants to come in and wreak havoc and take as many out as possible, and those that he does not like are going to go first. The media, and trust me, I'll be coming back with another short, and we're going to talk about Murdoch later in the Wall Street Journal. That is coming up next, you guys. That is coming up next. But focusing on this energy, things are going to turn quickly It could go the other way. Right now, he's in power. Right now, he's free. Right now, he's able to make decisions and do what he wants to do. Right now, there are no blockages, but this is changing abruptly for him, right? And so he had to say that, yes, I'll release them, to try to sabotage the situation. The problem is it's not going to work out for you, baby. It's not going to work out for you. So, is Trump lying? Now, let's go to question number 2. Is Trump lying about the ET files, right? Because there's actually something there that points to him. Okay? Is he? Let's see. Yes or no? Maybe. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about Trump, please. Is he lying about the ET files? Because there is something there that points to him directly. Is Trump lying about the ET files? Because there is something there that points to him directly. All right, and that went in the reverse, and it's the 5 of Pentacles here. So this says no in the reverse, but it's the 5 of Pentacles. So there's an energy of that 5 of Pentacles represents fear. It represents fear. When it's in the reverse, this talks about frustration, okay, with adversity, or adversity coming up against you, right? So I feel like there's an energy this talks about faith being restored. I feel like the answer to this question is yes, but he's going to change it to where there is no evidence, to where it can't be proven. There's going to be an energy to where by the time it comes down to it, he's going to show that he was nowhere in the files, but there's going to be a scapegoat here. I'm getting an energy of a scapegoat. Where else did I see that? Where else did I see scapegoat? Self-sacrifice here. And with the death card, yeah, walking away. So he's trying to cause a situation where other people are going to be the spotlight and take the fall. And he's going to end up recovering from this situation, not the situation in its entirety. I do feel like there's going to be other proof that comes out. But again, the question is he lying about this? Because there's actually something there that points to him. All right. And yes, I feel like the answer is yes, but let's look at the oracle messages first. And then we'll look at the tarot. Again, we got the 5 of Pentacles, which is no, but it's in the reverse. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. I feel like he had a chance to sabotage the situation, y'all. And him firing people. Oh, wow. This talks about unemployment, people losing their job, and all of a sudden there's going to be a recovery, or now he's safe. Now his faith is restored because certain people are out the way. And you remember Maureen Comey was really, really about to take the situation to the bank. She was about to go for Diddy's jugular. And she was also on top of that Epstein situation. See, look, past love, young female, and karma. Look at this, y'all. I cannot tell you right now. This young female is this Queen of Wands. I'm telling you right now, with past love here, this talks about something in the past. And I feel like there was this vendetta that this person had. But with karma here, this is something that took place in the past that was extremely toxic. I feel like when it came to this young female, this person was intervening in the situation, and there was an opportunity to make it all go away. He saw an opportunity to make it all go away. Coffee cup, soulmates, and then we have separation here, and we have money. So there was definitely a financial deal, I feel, that was made when it comes to Trump, when it comes to this evidence here, the Epstein files. Good Lord. What was in that box that this woman took to prison? What did she carry back with her in this box? Did she agree to take certain evidence? What is going on? We have soulmates and we have separation. This talks about some conversation, people working together, and with separation, now they're going to part ways and clean their hands. Okay, and then there's going to be a payoff. Somebody's going to get some money here. And remember, in the last short that I did, okay, there was a request for money. There was a request for money, financial gain from this situation. So let's look at the tarot messages here. Wow. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, is Trump lying about the Epstein files or the ET files? Because there is something there that actually does point to him. What is going on with this conversation? Who is this coffee cup? Who is this conversation with? What was this partnership? Like, what did they agree to come together to do? And then why is there a separation taking place afterwards? And who's getting paid off here? See, all these questions are coming in here. Y'all, I'm just going to take whatever comes out here. Taking whatever comes out here. Taking whatever comes out. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. We have the moon. Oh, and the sun. Y'all, I started to say the sun and it was the moon, and we have the moon and the sun. Listen, there is a secret and the truth is coming to light, or there's an energy of darkness and light coming together. All right? Or an energy of someone who's trying to cause some sort of disillusion to keep that sun from overpowering or from coming out here. Yeah, there's definitely a secret here. We have that Nine of Pentacles. That's that money. That's that financial independence coming in. We have the Two of Wands. People are playing it safe. And the Ace of Pentacles, there's some sort of financial opportunity that someone is planning on being very, very rich. Someone is planning on making a lot of money and being completely free and independent. There's an energy of free here. Okay, someone is paying for their freedom. Yeah, there's a conversation with the devil. Look at this deal with the devil here. See, there was a promise to do something. There was a promise made with the devil to follow through with something. Yeah, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is a money offer here. That Four of Pentacles, this is going to be a secret, a huge secret. With the King of Wands, definitely an energy of someone who is not wanting to be seen here. Four of Pentacles with the King of Wands. This person doesn't want their plans to come, or whatever it is that they're doing, they don't want this information to come to light. Okay, so they are paying a lot of money for someone to become free, to keep this horrible secret at bay. They are playing it safe and they're making this offer. We have 9 pentacles with 1 pentacle. That's 10 pentacles. I feel like there's going to be 2 offers made. The first offer is not going to, definitely not going to be sufficient enough. Definitely, these people are going to have to go back to the table. And then there's going to be a separation once this person gets what they're asking for. All right, so that's that. We are going to do a bonus question here. Um, we're going to see, is there a larger, dirtier secret being kept? And if so, what is the great secret? What is the great secret? Is there a larger, dirtier secret being kept? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Is there a larger, dirtier secret being kept regarding Trump and the Epstein files? Is there a lot? Yes. 9 of Wands. Yes. And there's an energy of this person is very persistent about keeping it a secret. Do you understand? 9 of Cups underneath the deck. Okay, you have 2 nines here. This is all about someone who is they're trying to get what they want. They're definitely trying to stand their ground or hold on to a situation until the wheels fall off. Okay, this is someone who is not going to let up. Okay, they're not going to let up. There is a lot of reason, okay, to keep this situation a secret here. This talks about an ongoing battle. Okay, the greatest secret kept. And it's been years of keeping this secret. Years of keeping this secret. They think that they're such masterminds because they're able to keep this secret. I'm getting an energy of some sort of a cult. Some sort of a cult. I'm getting an energy of something that people, like, once they start, it's like a lifetime situation. They're forever in this situation and they plan on taking it to the grave. They plan on taking it to the grave. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about this secret here. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us about this secret. Okay, these cards wanted to come out. Interesting. Look at this, y'all. I can't. I only picked up the first 2 cards. There's another card sitting here. Okay, so the first card here, poker face in the reverse. Poker face in the reverse. Look, taking a chance, risks, and options. Not showing your hand and gambling in the reverse. Remember what I said about exposing your hand and showing the blood on your hand, or showing that you've done this dirt. and then turning away and running in the other direction, or just walking away simply. We have work in the reverse here. There's an energy of these people being very casual about this situation. All right. Um, there's an energy of doing things so that it's not seen by others that you work with. So you could literally be sitting in a room of your peers, and only a certain couple, few of you will actually know what is taking place. That is this risk, this great secret that they enjoy, that they feel powerful because they're able to do this. All right, in the midst of others. And then look, soulmate in the reverse here. This talks about a great connection or a relationship. And why these cards came out in the reverse, I don't know, but they did. It just lets me know that this is an ultra dark energy. This is something from, like I said, this is a cult. This is literally describing the energy of what a cult does and how they operate here. Tell me more. Tell me more. I'm going to pull a few more oracle messages here. Tell me more, please. Is there a larger, dirtier secret being kept? Family. Mm-hmm. Family, blonde female, love call. Listen, y'all. I know that I'm going to be doing another reading, you guys, on conspiracy theories. It's going to be regarding Marilyn Monroe. It's going to be regarding Marilyn Monroe, the whole Kennedy family, the scandal, and the situation of the FBI, and Kennedy's death as well, and him being taken out. Was that a hit from within? So we'll be talking about that on conspiracy theories. I know it's deep. It's conspiracy, but that's what conspiracy is. But we'll be looking at that with the tarot messages here. All right, this is all alleged, y'all. So just know that everything that I say in this reading is alleged. Tarot is not real. These readings aren't real. It's for entertainment purposes only. Y'all take it how it resonates. Okay. All right. Had to get that out there because y'all, my channel is not going to be having no issues. Okay. I don't want any channel strikes for no reason. Period. Under the deck control. What did I tell you? But it's short term. So, like I said, two things are happening here. Two things are happening here. Yes, Trump, there is a dirty secret that's being kept that he's a part of. But I feel like it's also an energy of bigger, greater powers that have control over who gets to hold on to this secret and how long they carry it. I feel like once this person is weakened or in a vulnerable state to where this secret could potentially, they're taking a risk. That's the whole deal of it. But with the poker face in the reverse, I feel like the veil is starting to come off and people are starting to show their face, and that's the problem with Trump. That's why MAGA is coming down crazy, because they're seeing the true colors come out, and that's why this base is not going to really like what's happening. With soulmate in the reverse, I feel like there are darker energies at play, and I feel like Trump, like karma, like the roosters are coming back to roost. I feel like there's an energy of he has made some huge huge mistakes here, and also the decisions he's made, I'm feeling like he's made them because of some sort of a condition he has. I feel like there is some sort of a condition, y'all. It's got to be mental, but it is happening, and it's happening right before our eyes, and the people that are controlling the situation are going to put a stop to this. They're not going to let this continue to go on. This is the clock is ticking, and you see how we have the broken heart here. See, that soulmate connection is in the reverse. This isn't going to last long. because people's poker faces are starting to really be very clear that it's not a poker face anymore. And we have love call here. So there's also an energy of someone who's calling to let you know that something is coming or something is happening, or you're on people that they're thinking of you or watching you. I feel like he's really unraveling here at the seams. Yeah. Tell us more about this dirty, dark secret. What is this darker secret at play? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us more about this darker secret. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, tell us more about this darker secret. Y'all, I got a puppy. I got a puppy. He's so sweet. Oh, he's so sweet. His name is Rocky, and he's a little blue mini. He looks like a mini boxer. He looks like he has some pit in him, but he actually looks like he's a boxer. Um, but yes, I'll tell you more about him later. Um, my sweetie came in and surprised me with him the other day. We have the Hermit in the reverse. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Nine of Cups. I mean, no, yeah, the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So, what's interesting, that Hermit in the reverse is someone who's not, they're wanting to stay hidden, or, you know what I'm saying? They're not wanting to come out in the open. Okay. They're not wanting to come out in the open with the situation or just in general. Okay. I'm just looking at the puppy. He's starting to get restless, but he's jumping back in his bed. So okay, and I have to take him out quite often. So watching, like I said, I have to watch the puppy pretty closely because he has to go out to the bathroom quite often, and he's drinking a lot of water, of course, in this heat. So I'm making sure I take him out regularly. But I will let y'all see him soon. Okay, I will. Um, Ace of Cups here with the Hermit in the reverse. All right. This is again, things are starting to happen. Okay. People are starting to become more closely involved in situations when typically this person would separate themselves. Remember, there was a separation, right? These people partnered up, whatever the secret was, they kept the secret, and now they're separating and they don't know each other, right? But now there's going to be a coming together. Even when you would think that you would want to be as far from this person as possible, there's a need to come together. There's a need to come together. We have the Page of Swords here. People are getting anxious here with that Nine of Cups in the reverse. However, this is someone who is very smug. Okay, this is somebody who is not satisfied. And remember, I said there was going to be an offer, and that offer wasn't going to be good enough. I feel like with the powers that be in this situation with Trump, I feel like they're going to start to become very dissatisfied. Okay, they're going to become very dissatisfied. All right. I'm going to tell you whatever promise that was made is not going to matter. Whatever promise that was made was not going to matter. It's going to be very short term. Like Trump was promised power as long as he did certain things. I feel like Trump has gone is gone outside of that power, however. I feel like he's gone outside of that power. And now the people that are in control are now going to be taking that power away. There's going to be a whisking away of that power. All right. This is also a deep family secret, y'all. This is a deeper secret that's being kept. And this started, I feel like this mess started back in that era. Unfortunately, um, I feel like this is something that's been going on, but I feel like it got really dark and things took a turn in the 70s, in the 60s, and in the 70s. All right. So, y'all, this is conspiracy. That's what conspiracy is. That is what it is, y'all. Get mad at me in the comments, y'all. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know what y'all think. I will be back with more later. All right, we're going to be getting into Trump and this situation with suing Murdoch, pretty much the person that created him. All right, and the Wall Street Journal, and how this may come back to bite him. So we will look at that later on in the day, but I'm getting ready to head over to Queen Cancer Tarot, and also she reads tarot. I'm going to be clocking in for all 12 signs. If you're interested in your monthly reading, please go and check me out there. Again, the links are below. Make sure to like this video to get this out there in the algorithms. All right. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys back later. Bye.